What's up, docs and docettes? Trevor Thompson, the self-appointed Looney Tunes critic here, and it's the Saturday before Christmas, so and all through the internet, everyone was gathered around watching cartoons or two guys talking about cartoons, because I'm not alone. I know it's not the first Saturday of the month, but I do have a guest with me, and it's my good friend Pez. We all know Pez. Mike David. Pez is the director of communications at Animation Resources and also a storyboard artist in his own right. And he made me do this, and he is the one who has decided that we should look at this. It was his choice, and this version of it looks really good, and you're not going to find it too easily. And so, tell us about that, Pez.
Well, thanks for having me back, Trevor.
Always a pleasure.
So this print was restored and released by Thunderbean Animation. Steve Stanchfield, he does a lot of public domain, and he gets licenses for cartoons as well to do restorations and scans film prints. He scours like Library of Congress and all kinds of crazy stuff. And you should look up his DVD. Let me see what it's called here. Yeah. Yuletide. It's called Yuletide Flickers, Rare Vintage Holiday Films from 1920 to 1955. This thing came out in like 2016. If you're a fan of weird animation, you should definitely grab this. But you know what? This cartoon is really one of my favorites just because the song is so much fun. The Santa Claus that comes in a little bit later is like terrifying.
That's the thing I don't understand about this cartoon is that, this is back before cartoons. This is back when they were like the novelty of them just being drawings that moved and had sound. That was the whole thing. They didn't really worry about continuity or character development or even in some cases making jokes. So, and in this case, it definitely is. You have this poor kid, and then he goes shot.
Look at him.
He's terrifying. You're right. He is. He's definitely the stuff of nightmares. Good God!
Right there. Look at those eyes.
Yeah.
So you know what though? Harmonizing. They're some of those guys from Kansas City that started off with Walt Disney and Ub Iwerks and Carl Stalling, and Harmonizing are the ones that really kind of started the Looney Tunes cartoons in the very beginning. And this one being from 1933, I think we're getting near I think they're gone by I don't remember. They're gone not that long after that, maybe like a year later, or maybe this is it. I'm not sure. But and they go to MGM, maybe 35, but still. Harmonizing do have something worth studying, and that's impeccable musical timing. Yeah. And that is an art that is almost forgotten today. Yeah. That, just because this music is old and this cartoon style of drawing is old doesn't mean it's not relevant for filmmakers today. At Animation Resources, a few years back, Mark Hausler donated some scans of another Harmonizing cartoon called Shuffle Off to Buffalo. And I believe we're going to put a link to that article so you can look at the original. They're not even X sheets. They're called bar sheets. And they would time these cartoons actually on musical, what do you call musical paper?
Well, it's basically just music.
Oh, bar sheets.
Yeah, bar sheets. Yeah.
Bar sheets. Yeah. they would time these cartoons out musically, and like old timing formula. It's 16 frames equals 1 foot, 24 frames equals 1.5 feet, and so they would kind of beat these cartoons out. Oh, and now we're to the part of the cartoon why we weren't able to show it at that screening, Trevor.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. We tried to show this at the Santa Monica screening, and Santa Monica's too woke for all this racist stuff.
That's right.
Way too woke.
What was it? The Winter Wonderland screening at the Aero Theater.
So and here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, this is a window into our lives. This motherfucker right here, he's like, what, 40 feet away from this thing. And I was like, hey, tell me about it. Get some pictures and stuff like that. He's like, oh, I'm not going. I'm like, what do you have to do? after like 6 to 8 weeks of helping Grant curate this thing and get some really good prints together, he's like, yeah, I'm not going, but it'll be good for you. You're right. But it's like, you should go.
People are talking about it.
but you should have gone, man. I think you should have gone.
When we, you know what, we didn't really exactly put this screening together.
Let's tell people a little bit about what it was. It was it was a few weeks ago. At this point,
the director of Aero Theater contacted me and asked if I could help curate about an hour's worth of winter and Christmas themed cartoons. And as you Looney Tunes fans know, there really aren't that many Christmas cartoons.
Yeah. Yeah, we had to improvise.
I thought about this one right off the bat because this one is one of the ones that I like to watch at Christmas time. But then I forgot because the Nickelodeon or TV version edited out all of the racist stuff. And so I forgot how it would be very difficult to show the second half of this cartoon, which actually
is the red-haired, what was it called? The red-haired teenager, the red-haired stepchild. I don't know.
redheaded baby, 1931.
That's
so,
right.
you know, the fun part of the cartoon, which is like the first part with Creepy Santa, is all new, and then all that dancing doll animation with all the pygmy characters is actually reused from another cartoon.
Yeah, and another word about the
music.
No, I will say that about the music. I learned recently, Frank Marsalis, the guy who does all of these shorts by harmonizing, I thought mistakenly for a long time that because he left when they left, and I thought, you know,
WB.
He left WB for not MGM. Who was it? Or was it MGM?
Well, harmonizing go to MGM and they take Bosco with them. Yeah.
But they didn't take him with them. They just happened to leave at the same time. Anyway, folks, we'll see you around.
Hey, let's keep going.
Keep going. We can't. Oh, crap. We forgot to mention like the most obvious thing, which was the release date, which was right in front of the screen there, which was the first week of January. And it was a Christmas cartoon. You were going to say that, right? Because they got fired.
Here, back it up a minute.